And we're back with the Gary Wade Show. This is
It's growing on you, isn't it? It's growing on you. I'm telling you.
The Gary Wade Show.
Let me try it. The Gary Wade Show. All right. All right.
And as you can see, that's the beautiful and brilliant Robert Owens, and this is Adam Nelson, and this is Gary Wade over here. And we're talking about the gas prices and
we just talking
capitalism.
about money, inflation, period.
Right, in general.
Just how tough it is right now. So let me ask the question. Remember, $1,400 was
From the stimulus?
the stimulus money.
Yeah.
It was 12. It wasn't 14.
12.
It was 12.
Well, I ain't gonna ask you a bit, but anyway, do you guys think that may have caused some of it?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Well, I was about to say,
Absolutely
I
not.
know we can't use profanity on the radio, Gary, but WTH, and they're gonna take it back all from us.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I
I'm just
mean,
asking. I just
no,
thought,
no.
It was the tax cuts.
Well,
It wasn't.
No,
Yeah, it was.
It's
It was
greed.
the Trump. Yeah, it was
It's
Trump
greed.
tax cut.
It's greed. It's greed, and it's not just. And you know, y'all, I'm getting gradually and progressively more disenchanted with both sides of the aisle. We it's fine if we want to blame the Republicans, but really, y'all, everybody's been complicit. If you've been in power and you have not fought to say give the American people the same health care that we have as Congress, if you have been in power and have not said term limit all of us so we can take this job seriously and go back and live in the communities that we've been taken advantage of, if you've not been in support of just every other reasonable accommodation for working people and middle class, whatever, just the people that are in your constituency, then you're also part of the problem, and that's Democrats and Republicans. I'm not.
Oh, so you're independent, basically.
No, I wish I could be independent, but that's also a vote thrown in the toilet. Like, no, it's a frustrating situation to be in, but I don't think we need to continue to deceive ourselves saying one side is perfect and the other side is horrible. Now, I will agree that from a moral standpoint, the Republican Party platform and the way that they operationalize it is devoid of any sense of humanity.
So
I will say that.
Do y'all remember my political affiliation? Do y'all remember what I told y'all?
You say you're
independent Republican.
Correct.
Right.
Everything that applies to you, right?
Because I believe that the independents have some good issues, and I believe they have some bad issues. Same with the Republican Party, and same with the Democratic Party. And I'm like Robin, I'm for the people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm for what's right, you know. And I like I say, I'm also in business, but I'm a consumer too, and I understand both sides of it, you know. And some people can't do anything about their financial situation. Right. Then a lot of people can and ain't doing nothing about it. So,
yeah. So that's my question also. So, you know, we three individuals up here that own businesses, and I know, you know, we're fairly well off financially.
Yeah,
the
speak for
IRS
yourself,
the
Adam.
IRS is not listening.
Speak for yourself, Adam.
The IRS is not listening.
You never know who's listening. The mic is always hot.
But to an individual that is not as well off, is not financially stable, but they need that person in that community to represent them, that's a Democrat or quote unquote Republican. So what do they do?
So again, Adam, it all depends on what you need for them to do. Here's what I say. My political representatives and my city council member, my state representative, my state senator, my federal Congress people, I want to have a relationship with them. And I want them to know my issues. Here's the problem. People have issues and they don't complain to the right people about their issues, or they don't know how to do it. But the bottom line is you kind of got to know where you're going and what you're trying to do. Everybody got issues. I mean, I don't know anybody who don't have issues of some. You know, I'm always complaining about how the minority disadvantaged programs are established. And I raise hell about it all the time, every chance I get to talk to one of my elected officials or any elected official about it. I raise it to them. What I find out is they don't really understand that lane. So until a lot of people start complaining about a lot of things, then we won't have nothing. You know, when you look at some elected officials, and I'm just going to throw some out, I ain't throwing no names, the kids at the church don't have no bicycles. Well, lo and behold, here they come up with 250 bicycles for Christmas. Or ain't no turkeys for Thanksgiving. They got a line for turkeys for Thanksgiving. Well, that's what their interests are, and they seem to think that since so many people need turkeys or bicycles, they can make it happen. What about something bigger and something better?
Well, the thing is, that term "bigger and better" is subjective, because it's like, okay,
To who?
to the individual, because
Okay.
bigger and better to me might be big and better something different for you
Okay.
versus somebody that doesn't have
Give me an
as
example.
much. For instance, I might say $10 million is a lot of money. To you, it might not be.
Well, that's a lot of money to me. I'm sure it's a lot. It's a lot of money to you, Robin.
Or say 100,000.
To me, look at you looking.
Let's say
Wait a
100,000.
minute. 100,000. That's a lot of money.
I mean,
100,000.
listen, any money more than the money that's in my pocket right now
It's money.
is money.
Exactly.
But we're talking about bigger and better, though.
So, but let me ask you this question, Alex.
Okay.
So here's what I want to know, and Robin, jump in on this.
Okay.
If you're trying to make $1 million, and the pool you're trying to make it out of, one of them is max 50,000, and the other one is 10 million. Which pool you gonna go swim in?
So it's interesting that you asked that question. There's so many other factors that should go into my decision. The $10 million pool, you might say, oh yeah, of course, unless it's a $10 million pool and there are $1 million other people also
Trying
fishing,
to get it.
or the $100,000 pool and there's only two of us. You know what I mean? There's a lot of factors that would determine which pool I want to jump in. I just need to know the rules.
Exactly. So the question was, $1 million. How you gonna make $1 million if it's only 50,000 there? So no matter what the criteria are, you ain't gonna be able to make $1 million if it's only $50,000 max. It just ain't gonna happen.
Now that's true.
So you gotta be in the mix. Now, once you get in the mix, like you said, Robin, there's a lot of criteria, a lot of squabbling and scrambling, and that's kind of the America we live in. You know, and are you willing to get in the mix and scramble? Because like I always say, everybody is a entity or a business. Everybody. And, you know, just looking across this desk and looking at Robin, I know she get up every morning and go and hustle in her business. It's not easy.
Every day.
Morning.
Every
Because
day.
she have to take care of her and her family and things. So she ain't going to get it just laying up sleep.
So I have an analogy I want to bring up, and I want both of you guys to answer this. Okay?
Uh-oh.
Would you rather have half of a grape or be part of a watermelon that's split 25 ways?
It depends on how much fruit. It depends on the fruit quantity, and it feels like if I feel like eating grapes or watermelon. I mean, there's a whole lot of ways that I can. Again, I guess what I always want to take to task, these false dichotomies. Like I have to choose this or this. I have to choose this or this because I don't. Those are not always my only choices.
Right. Need the criteria.
Right. But the reason why I say that, because I'm using the watermelon as a big system that you're part of that you wasn't part of before. In order for me to get in the door with this system, I got to join this corporation, this group, or whatever. That's the watermelon. But they're only going to give me a small percentage, but I'm part of it. Versus a little bitty grape over here. I'm getting half. I'm getting more, but I'm still over here, and I know nothing about what's going on over here.
So it's so interesting.
So
that you talk. I want to talk about this when we come
Okay, I
back from
tell
the
you what,
break, Adam.
we're gonna go
If
to a
I can come
break.
back in, I have a thought about that, and I think it's something I've been talking about a little bit this week. So I want to.
You're listening to the Gary Wade Show on 102.5 Amazing FM, your do good through good station. Keep it locked, guys. We'll be right back.